Good morning, good morning. This is Pierre Laguerre here, your daily motivator, always here to challenge, inspire, and motivate you. I have absolutely missed you guys for the last couple of weeks, and here I'm back. And actually, I'm starting with an offer for you today. It's a free one, so don't worry. We're talking about getting your message out there, your story. We've all got a story, and of course, as the last 4 months of this year are quickly approaching, starting tomorrow, September 1st. You will actually be able to join me on this podcast, The Daily Motivator, on a weekly basis with one new interview. So if you've got a story to share, I would love to invite you to be one of my guests, highly anticipated guest on the Daily Motivator podcast, so that on a weekly basis, I'll be airing this podcast and you are certainly invited. So if you want to participate, you've got a story, you've got a business, maybe a product or service you want to share with the world, and you want to put it out there along with your story, I'd love to invite you to go to eonthemove.com/guest. That's eonthemove.com/guest, GUEST. And that will present you with a quick form that you can actually fill out so that we can schedule you on the calendar. So with that said, let's go on with episode 526. On episode 525, I talked to you about a time management tool. And the last couple of episodes, that's what we talked about. But this time I want to talk to you about the most important time management tool you have. Yes, absolutely, you do need a calendar. But here's something very simple. It's about prioritizing your time. If you're able to get a pen and paper and write down the top 5 to 7 things you're supposed to do today, I'm going to challenge you to cut it down to 3. And the best management tool you have is focus on the top 3 things that you must do today. Now, this is all about committing yourself to completing those tasks. And they're part of the top projects that will make a difference. What am I talking about? Why should you, or rather, am I inviting you to leave tasks undone? Absolutely not. What I'm telling you, though, is that you must focus on your priorities. What are the tasks that are priority that you must focus on today so that you can make sure those tasks get done? So many times we leave important tasks on the table and we forget to deal with them because we let the small stuff, the small foxes, we let them spoil the vine. There are things that people are approaching you about. They are not as important as the things you must complete today. So today, I bet you have 3 top priorities that if you list them on a pen and paper, you can walk around with them all day, and that's all you have to check at the end of the day. Did you get them done? Will there be distractions? Will there be opportunities for you to leave them on the table? Absolutely. So for me this morning, I got up, and part of my routine is to write down my priorities for the day. But you know what? Out of those priorities, I have to pick the top 3. And this is how you actually move forward. Because if you keep working on your priorities daily, you will absolutely move forward. And of course, as you do the hardest things first, meaning get them out of the way, then you will be left with the things that are not so urgent, not so important, right? So the key here is to get to a place where the important stuff does not become urgent. And then even if it's a small thing, sometimes you have to waste time, per se, that you could have used otherwise. So focus on your priorities, focus on your commitments. There are people that are counting on you, but if you don't prioritize your time, it's not going to happen. So you may say, well, Pierre, how do I prioritize my time? The best recommendation I would have for you is to learn to delegate. Yes, delegate how? And today I'll just focus on that. Think about tasks that you're doing. Each task, let's say you own a business, and in that business you have certain things that must be done. Well, absolutely, filing away papers, getting organized, that's important. Obviously, right? But let's say you're a lawyer. Is filing papers the most important thing you could be doing with your time? Absolutely not. You can hire somebody to take care of the clerical work. Let's say you own a marketing business. What's the most important thing you should be doing? If you have clients you're consulting with, you should be out with those clients doing the top priorities. Maybe it's advising those clients on how to generate more leads for their business, showing them how. That probably is the highest level kind of work you could do in advising those clients. You could be setting up ads for those clients as well, but that's a level below the advice you can give those clients, right? So you have to understand, what is the top thing, the best thing you could be doing? Maybe you could be doing videos for those clients and all, or you could hire somebody to do it. Maybe you could be doing social media posts for those clients, or you could hire somebody else to do it. You have to learn to delegate tasks so that you can focus on the tasks where you give the most value to the client, so that you can do those tasks unhampered. So this is all I have to share with you today on this Daily Motivator podcast. If you've been listening and you're enjoying these episodes, there's more coming. But more importantly, I'm going to invite you to join me as a guest on my next podcast. And these episodes are pre-recorded. Sometimes I'll go live, but most of the time they're pre-recorded, but they usually air the same day. For the interviews, those will air a week or two later. So just be aware of that. And if you want to be one of my candidates, go to eonthemove.com/guest, GUEST, and there you'll find a short application. Get in and let's get you on the air, sharing your story with the folks that are waiting for you, waiting to hear you. They're part of your target audience. They're probably the very same folks that will buy from you eventually. But more than that, I'll be sharing with my audience as well what it is that you do, who you are, your story, and of course your products and services. Again, it's been Pierre Laguerre. I'll catch you on the next Daily Motivator episode. Have a great day.